So now the next requirement, SQL pivot. So use the previous challenge of CTE, take its output and convert it into pivot result as below. Product category, internet sale and reseller sale. Wow. So internet is equal to internet sale, reseller equal to reseller sale. That's amazing. So here you see we have a category, internet and reseller as a sales type and sales amount. But now the requirement is I want to pivot this information. So I just need clothing, bike, accessories and components here and two different columns. One column is for sales amount of internet sales. Another column is for sales amount of reseller sales. We can achieve this easily using matrix in Power BI. But how we can do it this in SQL? That's the challenge. So for that, we can use pivot function in SQL in order to get that result. So I've added a script here. I will show you one by one on this one. So actually the result is we have a category name and then we have a sales type and then we have a sales amount, right? So for that, first of all, what's the requirement? We need a category name, which is product category, and then we need the internet and reseller. So for that, we need to use select category name as product category, which is the requirement here. And then we need an internet and reseller. So we need to specify the columns how we need as an output of that. And then we need to use a from where we are going to get those information. So we are writing up here, select category name, which is here, the output of this. And then sales type, which is this one, and sales amount from CT1. That's the result here. And then we are covering this in a temporary table, which is called as source table here, right? And using this pivot option and opening up this value, which is summing up of this sales amount type for sales type in internet and reseller, right? I'm giving this value as pivot table. If you use this pivot function, then it's going to pivot those value based on these two columns here. So we have internet and reseller. So it's matching up the record internet and reseller here. So the column name which we are specifying here, it has to match the result of this previous query, which is the CT1 here. So this internet is going to map to this one. The reseller is going to map to this one. And then it's going to sum the amount of the total sales amount for this particular thing. Because we have a category here separate. So category clothing, we have a two values. And it has to mention on two different columns. And it has to sum. If there is more than one value available for this particular thing, then it has to sum those values. So that's why we are using sum for that and giving a name of the table as a pivot table for that. So once it is done, and if you run this entire query, then you see the output of this. It's going to return this product category, and then we have an internet and reseller. And then it is summing up the value of this thing and showing up the result here. So we don't have anything on the component for the internet sales, but we have a sales for reseller here. That's what we came to know. So instead of going through these one by one in double category layer, so now we have a single category and two different columns. It is clearly understandable how these things works on internet and how these things works on reseller thing. So that's a pretty amazing thing. So if I zoom out here, so this is what we mentioned. Hope you are clear about the CD part. But after that, I will just show you here. So select category name as a product category. And then we need to specify the name of this thing as a column, but it has to be available on the output actually. So the internet and reseller is actually available on this, which is we have hard coded here. The same name which I used also here, internet and reseller here. And then from select star from, that's what we are saying up here. Select, we are specifying the column name from where. From I want to use it from these things here, which is actually doing up here. So select category name, sales type and sales amount from CT1. I am picking up all the values from the previous CT as a source table. So from this source table, it is going to pick up that value. And that value, I'm going to pivot the information and then loading up here with the value of internet and reseller. It's clearly pivoting those information and giving us the result at desired here. You can just pause the video and then just look around this query, how it has gone through. This is the output of that. So we can copy and paste over there in the assignment. Thank you so much for watching this till the end. And if you like this video, just hit the big thumbs up button. If you are new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications.